All right, let's talk about something really interesting. What if you could actually bottle the genius of your best performers? Today, we're going to break down how you can take their unique strategic knowledge and turn it into an automated, scalable skill that your entire team can tap into. Let's dive in.
You know who I'm talking about. Every organization has one. That go-to expert, that incredible manager whose insight is just pure gold. Their advice can literally change the course of a project or a career. But because they're just one person, their expertise ends up being a bottleneck. And that, right there, is the expert's dilemma. It's the million-dollar question, isn't it? If you could just somehow bottle up their experience, their judgment, you could level up your entire team overnight. But how in the world do you actually do that? And that is the absolute heart of the problem. That expertise is a classic bottleneck. It's trapped in one-on-one meetings, it depends entirely on their schedule, and frankly, the advice can be inconsistent from one day to the next. It's so powerful, but it's just trapped. So the key is to set that expertise free. And that's where we introduce this concept called skills. Think of it as a way to make that unique human expertise totally reusable and available to everyone whenever they need it. So what is a skill really? It's actually incredibly simple. It's just a set of instructions written in plain English that tells an AI how to run through a workflow. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a recipe. It's a clear step-by-step guide to get a perfect, consistent result every single time. Now, this is a really crucial distinction to make. We are not talking about a dumb checklist here. This is all about capturing nuanced, strategic expertise. You know, the kind of thinking that makes your best people so valuable in the first place. Okay, I can already hear you thinking, this sounds technical and complicated, but I promise you it is not. We're actually going to walk through building one right now just to show you how easy this really is. So let's start with a super simple, practical example. A skill that just summarizes a document. It's a common task, right? And as you're about to see, it requires absolutely zero coding. None. See, a skill is built from just 4 basic parts, all in plain English. First, the persona. Who should the AI act like? An expert analyst, a super concise editor? Second, the goal. What are we trying to do here? Third, context. What background info does it need to know? And finally, the process, the literal step-by-step recipe it needs to follow. And that's it. Seriously, it's just plain text. You can write it, you can edit it, you can share it, just like any other document. The real power here is in its simplicity. Anyone, and I mean anyone, on your team can do this. Okay, summarizing a document, that's cool, it's useful, but it's not exactly cloning your best manager, is it? So let's scale this up. Let's see how these simple building blocks can create something truly, truly powerful, a strategic coaching workflow. We're going to use those exact same 4 building blocks, persona, goal, context, and process, to build a skill that actually encodes the strategic thinking of an expert sales coach. Okay, now check this out. Look at what this one skill can do. It takes a raw sales call transcript and analyzes it. It compares performance against a coaching model that you define. It scores it. It provides incredibly specific, actionable feedback with direct examples from the call. It flags what was missed, and it even generates a follow-up plan. This is strategic coaching, totally codified. I mean, the transformation here is just incredible. The input is just raw data. A simple transcript, a wall of text. But the skill turns that into pure strategic insight. A detailed performance analysis, a comparison to best practices, and coaching that's tailored to that specific call. And look, this isn't just for sales coaching. You can encode all kinds of sophisticated intelligence. You could build a skill that synthesizes tons of research, or one that plays devil's advocate for a new idea, or one that runs complex conditional analysis. If you can describe the strategic process, you can build the skill for it. So, what's the big takeaway here? What does all this actually enable? Well, by capturing expertise this way, you can finally solve that scaling problem. You can scale your best manager's genius across the entire organization. And the difference is just night and day. Before, the expertise was a bottleneck. It was limited to one-on-ones, it was inconsistent. After, with the coaching skill, that same expert-level insight is available on demand. It's perfectly consistent every time, and the feedback is instant. The impact on performance is just massive. And this is the real payoff. Picture this. A junior teammate finishes a sales call. They run this skill on their transcript, and within seconds, they get the exact same high-level coaching from your best manager, perfectly tailored to their specific performance on that specific call. That's the magic of it all. One expert, one time, capturing their process in a single skill. And now, that expertise is available to everyone, forever.
All right, so this brings it all back to you and your team. The possibilities here are, and I'm not exaggerating, truly endless. A coaching skill is just the beginning.
Just think about it for a second. You could encode the process for a perfect project postmortem, or a doubles advocate that pressure tests every new strategy. You could automate competitive intelligence reports or create a brainstorming partner that's trained on your company's unique way of innovating.
So I'll leave you with this question. Every team has its own unique genius, right? Its own invaluable processes that are kind of locked away in the minds of its best people. What is that expertise for you, and what will you unlock first?